Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers, so if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, it seems like everyone has a problem with what King Yella did, except King Yella. And presumably because right now, jokes is on him, and it seems like he's trying to stand wrong and strong about what he did because he know what he did was bad. Either that or he really don't see a problem in what he did, and that's a problem. There's no way we should be witnessing a 30-plus-year-old gang member being scolded on how to conduct himself when being interviewed by the police. In fact, I wouldn't want someone like that a part of anything I'm doing, especially if it's illegally, because it just shows that you offer information to law enforcement and don't even realize what you're doing is wrong. Hell, it got so bad that King Yella and No Limit Cairo was on live, and Cairo, being the funny dude that he is, he asked King Yella, well, if you telling the police what they are, then what am I? And King Yella didn't even understand the sarcasm in it, because in typical King Yella form, he didn't even budge when he would proceed to say, you a vice lord.
I thought Adam was asking you. I ain't know the cops.
What gang is that in?
I thought Adam was asking you. I ain't know.
How weird is that? Sound like backdoor to me?
So clearly, with everyone trying to tell him that it don't matter who knows what, if police ask you who they are or who this and that is, you supposed to keep your mouth shut. Through all that, Cairo asked the man live on live, so what am I? And he still proceeded to say, quote, you are a vice lord on live. We call that one ratty and chatty. What King Yella still doesn't understand is that he was questioned by gang intelligence about who certain individuals are, and instead of keeping his mouth shut, he agreed to tell him that certain individuals were involved in certain gangs. And to make everything even more worse, these statements were given in a voluntary statement. For the ones that are unaware of what that is, it's exactly what it sounds like. You have the choice to remain silent, and it's up to your discretion if you would like to offer information or not. And in King Yella's case, he wanted to offer information. A little more research on the case where he offered information would bring up that he was caught by himself, which would make everything worse, because why are you telling the police anything in the case where you was caught with the firearm by yourself? That case doesn't concern anybody except you. But we'll get back to all that later. Now, after all of this information would come out, due to 1090 Jake dropping a video and exposing King Yella for his statements, it would send social media in an uproar. And I think these days, hearing people fold is becoming way too common, but the fact that this is the same person who made a whole song about famous rats and being Snitch K makes it 100 times worse. Now, the individuals that King Yella was questioned about were Snap Dogg, Offset, Lil Durk, and 600 Breezy. In typical Durk form, he responded without mentioning Yella's name by taking to his Instagram story to say, quote, I'm not a gang member, I'm a Muslim, white heart emoji. Now, King Yella's biggest defense in all of this is that he didn't send anybody to jail. Everybody he spoke on did not get arrested due to his statements that he made. But what King Yella don't understand is the fact that although they haven't went to jail, in the future, if they do, God forbid, and they try proving that these guys are a part of any gangs, they'll use his statements against them, further proving that they are in a gang according to King Yella, who is also in a gang. It's not that hard to understand. If you ever get grabbed by law enforcement, they tell you straight up, you have the right to remain silent. Simple. You don't speak unless your attorney is present, and even if you do, all you have to tell them is that you don't know. Simple. And 600 Breezy brought up a good point. We know that him and Breezy don't even see eye to eye, and that's a known fact. So why in the world are you even mentioning or speaking on his name to law enforcement when y'all don't even rock with each other? Admitting that he is a gang member, saying that he's a BD from the other side, and they do have documented proof that you guys got into an altercation, and that's what he was asked about. Now, Yella states that there's nothing wrong with what he did because them being BD and GD is public knowledge and everybody knows. But if that is in fact true, then that's even more of a reason to not say anything because everyone knows, right? So why are they asking you? Now, the rift between 1090 Jake and King Yella is a perfect example of you shouldn't throw stones if you live in a glass house. This is because when reports will come out months ago about 1090 Jake offering information to the COs about an altercation he had with another inmate, King Yella was a big advocate of 1090 Jake being a snitch due to the statements that were made public by Byron Blake. So I'm assuming this is where 1090 Jake got the ammunition from to drop the statements on King Yella and his digital way of getting his quote-unquote lick back. Now, aside from the statements that was made to police, 1090 Jake will also point out a few things Yella has been involved in over the years that seem to go overlooked as well. One of them being the fact that Yella would tell the world when word got out that Lil J may be on the other side of the fence, at one time, King Lil J tried to kiss him. 1090 Jake will bring up the fact that King Yella would admit this only because of the recent allegations on King Lil J, and also point out that King Yella remained friends with him after that. Now, not only that, but to admit something like this to the world says a lot about you. Says that you don't care how you look to the public as long as you gaining off the clout, because how I look at it is this. Yes, Lil J is weird for trying to kiss you, but the way I see it is, why did he feel comfortable to approach you of all people in that manner? Why was he so comfortable in making a move like that on you? Then 1090 Jake will also bring up the fact that King Yella had no problem messing with a 15-year-old when he was 19 and stated that he stands on business and don't care what the world thinks. Now, ironic enough, when Yella first went live and mentioned that, I could tell exactly what he was doing. He was trying to make it seem like he didn't care, to make it look like he was unfazed by it, but in all reality, 19 messing with a 15-year-old is every bit of insane, no matter how you look at it.
Y'all know what's going on, man. Grown ass men been fucking just selling their daughters to grown ass men. Come on, man, knock it off. So a 19 and 15, a bogus, knock it the fuck off, man.
Then he tried to make it cool by offering unnecessary information once again by stating that, quote, "We all did it." So it's safe to say that we've let a lot slide in terms of King Yella, but with 1090 Jake dropping that video, people are starting to side-eye Yella a little more these days. This should be a clear example of not throwing stones when you live in a glass house, because in the end, they usually always come back to haunt you. Now, I know I went rambling off and went a little off topic when it came to Lil Durk and King Yella, but I feel all of this was necessary. Now, jump in the comments, let me know how y'all feel about this, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.